friends, welcome to Net Chemistry. Today I am going to tell about crystal field theory and its application, d orbital splitting in different environment. We will see crystal field theory. What this theory says, crystal field theory is saying that if you see the d orbitals in a pure metal, it will be a degenerate. It is having the same energy. Once it is attached to the ligands and form a complex, pure metal is forming the complex, what will happen? D orbital will be splitting into different energy levels. Why it is splitting? This splitting will give the stability of that complex. If you are seeing the pure metal, the complex will be more stable. That is what this theory is saying. Before starting into the detail, I would like to remind you that this is purely based on examination point of view. First splitting is octahedral environment splitting. We will see. This is the d orbitals in a pure metal. 5 d orbitals are there. This is of same energy level. Once it is in the octahedral field, this will be splitting into two sets. T2G and EG. What all are the orbitals consist of T2G? dxz, dyz and dxy. And what is in EG? dx square minus y square and dz square. This is the octahedral splitting. Delta O is this distance. If you see, the distance will be 0.4 is the negative side and 0.6 in the positive side. Next I am telling about crystal field stabilization in tetragonal environment. If you see some of the complexes, their Z ligand bond length will be large and Z ligand bond length will be smaller. That is what Z in and Z out distortion will happen. Some cases splitting will be lower and some cases splitting will be higher. That type of distortions will be there. What will happen in such type of complexes? If it is having an octahedral symmetry, it will be reducing to D4H symmetry. Okay, this is what some kind of distortion, tetragonal distortion it will say. Two types of tetragonal distortions are there, Z in and Z out cases. And another term is called Jahn-Teller distortion. Okay, Jahn-Teller distortion. What is Jahn-Teller distortion? Jahn-Teller distortion, any non-linear molecule in a degenerate energy level will undergo some kind of distortion to remove its degeneracy. That is what Jahn-Teller distortion. What will happen if the symmetry is lowering? That energy will be lowering. Okay, that is what Jahn-Teller distortion. We will see the distortions in Z in and Z out cases. Okay. If you see the octahedral environment, splitting will be T2G and EG I have written. First I am considering the case of Z out. Z ligand bond, Z ligands are gone away, Z ligand. Then how the splitting will be? Is it clear? dz square has come like dz square and dx square minus y square has split. This is Z out case and T2G orbital will be splitting like this. Okay, dxz and dyz has come inside and gone away and dxy has come like this. This is the case of Z out. Is it clear? And we will see Z in case. I am writing the Z in case. This is dx square minus y square dz square, octahedral splitting, right? dxy, dxz and dyz. This T2G orbital in octahedral environment, it is undergoing the distortion. Then it will be splitting into, T2G orbital will be splitting. Here it will be coming dxz and dyz and here it will be dxy. And EG orbitals are splitting into dz square has gone away, dx square minus y square. This is the Z in distortion and this is the Z out distortion. If you see the energy, this splitting energy, this is 1 by 3 delta 1. Okay, what is that? 1 by 3 delta 1. And this splitting will be 2 by 3 delta 1. Okay, 2 by 3 delta 1. And here it is 1 by 2 delta 2 and 1 by 2 delta 2. Based on the splitting, you can calculate what distortion it has undergone, Z in or Z out case. Okay. This is Z out case. How it will be splitting? See, this is the splitting. If you see, here two orbitals are there. 1 by 3 delta 1. Okay. and here only single orbital, that is what, 2 by 3 delta 1. One splitting will be 1 by 2 delta 2. 1 by 2 delta 2. This has splitted 1 by 2, 1 by 2, and this has splitted 3 orbitals are there, 1 by 3, 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. Okay, this is the splitting in Z in and Z out cases. You can calculate using Z in and Z out distortion, which distortion the complex have undergone. I am just writing in the high spin case, if it is a high spin complex, D3, D5 and D8 configuration is having no Jandler distortion. There is no Jandler distortion. You can calculate the energy levels and write, okay. And the next low spin complex, if you take D3, D6 is not having any distortion, and low spin D8 will be forming the square planar complex. Now we will see the splitting in the square planar complex. This is what splitting. This is Z in case, right? This is Z in splitting, and Z out splitting will be like this, right? Dx square minus y square and dz square, right? This is Z out case, right? This is Z out. Right, Z ligands have gone away. So if you consider the square planar complexes, only XY ligands are there, right? Square planar complex metal will be like this, and 4 ligands, right? Ligands. This is the split. This is the shape of a square planar complex. What about Z ligands? Z ligands are not there. Z ligands have gone away completely, right? There is XY orbital only there. So what will happen? XY splitting will be more here. So in square planar complex, this is a tetragonal environment, right? It is a tetragonal environment. And if you consider the splitting in square planar complex, dx square minus y square will be splitting more. After that, dxy will be splitting more, right? So this is the splitting in a square planar complexes. X square minus y square will be splitting more than xy. Z ligands are not there. dz square, then dxz and dyz. There is no tetragonal environment in D8 low spin. If you see, if it is a square planar splitting, clear? This is the splitting of square planar complex. Okay. If you consider the square planar complex, you could imagine, right? Z ligands are not there. XY ligands will experience the more splitting. Next I am talking about linear environment. How a linear complex is forming? If you consider the octahedral complexes, all the XY ligands have gone away. Only Z distortion will be there. Okay, Z ligands will be there. All other XY ligands will be gone away. That will be a linear environment, right? So in a linear environment, how the d orbital will be splitting? dz square will be splitting more, right? Linear environment means Z ligands only will be there. The dz square will be splitting more, then dxz and dyz. Then if you see dx square minus y square and dxy splitting. This is the splitting in a linear environment. Okay. This is an octahedral environment, right? Octahedral environment, what has happened? dz square will be splitting more. This is the splitting in a linear environment. dz square only Z ligands will be there, that will be splitting more than xz, yz, then this both will be the same. Okay, this is the splitting in the linear environment. Next one is triangular structure. Linear environment 2 ligands were there, now triangular structure 3 ligands were there. Okay, so metal and ligand. This is a triangular structure. If you see, there is no Z ligands, right? So if you see, what all are the splitting? Z ligands will experience a very lesser splitting, then dxz, dyz. Since there is no ligands Z axis, then xy and y, dx square minus y square and dxy, right? This is the expected d orbital splitting, but if you see experimentally there is a slight deviation. This is the theoretical way if you are writing, okay? There is no Z ligand, so Z ligand will experience the lesser splitting. That is the theoretical way we are expecting. But if you see experimentally, there is a slight deviation. The splitting order will be dxz, dyz will be splitting less, then dz square, then dx square minus y square and dxy. This is the splitting in a triangular structure, okay? Next we will see 4 ligands, tetrahedral splitting. D orbital will be splitting in a tetrahedral environment. It is same like octahedral splitting, it is ulta. Tetrahedral, T2 and E will be their orbital, and T2 will be 0.4 and E will be at 0.6, okay, delta T, and it is represented by the letter delta T since it is in the tetrahedral environment. And always tetrahedral will be forming the high spin complexes, okay? T2 orbital you know, right? dxy, dxz and dyz, and here it will be dx square minus y square and dz square. This is the splitting, okay? High spin complexes, why it is forming high spin complexes? Since only 4 ligands are there, that splitting will be low. So delta T will be always lesser than the pairing energy. 4 ligands is not having the enough field strength, so it will not cause higher splitting. So always it will be forming the high spin complexes. And if you see any tetrahedral complexes, if you are seeing an octahedral and tetrahedral complex, both will be having the same metal and same ligands, then delta T will be related to delta O by 4/9 delta O. This is the equation to calculate. If you are getting delta O value, you can calculate delta T. The condition is that same ligand and same metal ion should be there. Next I am telling coordination number 5. If the 5 ligands are present, there is 2 possibilities, okay? 5 ligands. If the coordination number is 5, there is 2 structure is possible. One is trigonal bipyramidal, or else it will be square pyramidal, right? This is trigonal bipyramidal. Both the splitting will be different. So what is the splitting of d orbital in trigonal bipyramidal environment? If you see 2 Z ligands are there, that will be splitting more, dz square. Then if you see xz and yz, right, dxz and dyz will be splitting more, then only dx square minus y square and dxy. This is the splitting in a trigonal bipyramidal structure. If you see the square pyramidal structure, which ligands will be more? xy ligands will be splitting more, right? So dx square minus y square, dxy will be splitting more, then it will be coming to dz square, right? Then it will be dxz and dyz. This is the splitting in square pyramidal environment. So you have seen the splitting of d orbitals in coordination number 2, 3, 4 and 5. Hope you understand it well. To be continued. Thank you for watching.